So anyway, the one at the bottom also is can tabs, made by can tabs. They are these them together. These designs are actually all conceived by the elderly themselves. We didn't really did much, but really we were just there to handle the administration. Okay, this is some of the stuff that they do. Basically, some of the tiles that they make using. We combined actually clay together with. There was a team that went to Mount Merapi during when it erupted. So they were doing some humanitarian. They brought back some of the ash, and then they did crafts to be sold. So using the model, the 7-step model that I mentioned earlier. So in comparison, this is actually how this is fixated into the plans that I always conceived. So maybe I won't go through all, but I'll just go through a few. Going back to point 3, where we will always have to start small. Just focus on one. So when we first began, and now we still are fixated on recycled crafts. We recycle to changes, so we get actually the aunties to attend a fashion show. Yeah, I'm serious, really. So to keep themselves up on trend. Lastly, I also would like to mention point 7, market radically. Yeah, our anti-power marketing is actually very effective. So be open to marketing ideas. This is also another community project which actually evolved into a social enterprise. What we do is we wanted to increase recycling rates in Singapore. So we go to different heartlands of Singapore and we exchange materials like newspaper. We exchange recycled stuff, like for example newspaper, your cans for rice, oil, or even vegetable vouchers. So it's very needs-based. We realized also after a few sessions that we collect a couple of very good items. In fact, before the Chinese New Year period, we collected, I think, there was a collector who left behind 50 Hello Kitty dolls, still in sealed condition. And you could recall actually, in the press a few years ago, people were queuing up overnight for them. So anyway, what we did was we sold them, and then we actually, at a discount rate, and we used this money to channel back into the charity. So from this model is actually a for charity model. Yeah, another social enterprise that we do, green prints. Basically, we use we focus a lot on sustainable printing, which is this printing is actually 247. So you send in your notes via email, we'll send it back to you. We deliver it to you in person tomorrow. We use very sustainable paper. There was a new technology that was being discovered by in Tamil Nadu in Sri Lanka, and as well as in India. Basically, they found a way to use sugarcane fibers. I mean, after your extraction of your sugarcane juice, they turn it into. Usually, what happens is that they'll burn the fibers after use, but they manage to use it and turn it into paper. So it's very sustainable. Okay, along the way also we discovered that a lot of us thought we are very good and very inclined with a lot of knowledge in the environment. So there were a lot of calls that were asking us to come on board. I mean, to become a consultancy service. So inventively, actually, we moved into that. We just started this like the start of this year, and up to now, till today, actually, we have closed about 40 corporate clients. So we consult a lot to corporates as well as schools. Okay, this is actually one of our latest projects. We realized that a lot of kids like to do drama, so we infused the element of green inside to the program. So this actually we started off on our own with a pilot program with Diana Mercedes. Soon later, Tisch School of Asia, not so sure if you're familiar, they set up a campus along Kesiang Road. So the alumni are quite renowned. I think Ang Lee is one of the alumni, and Jolie herself also was from the school. So they are now partnering us to actually do summer as well as holiday programs for kids. Next thing, we did this just last March, during the March holidays. We discovered that a lot of blog shops selling green items in Singapore. So we actually collate them together, and we did, together with that green man, we did a green fleet in Escape. Okay, I will let me show you one video by Charity Water on how they actually market themselves well. They started only in 2009, but this year they raised close to about 40 million US dollars.
With a birthday party. It started 3 years ago in September. It was a simple idea then, and it's a simple idea now. You see, there were 1 billion people living in our world that didn't have something they needed. Something I'd always taken for granted. Something I'd never gone without. Clean drinking water. So we started an organization to help them. It was called Charity Water. Now these 1 billion people, they got their water from awful places and it made them sick. From ponds, from muddy rivers and dry riverbeds, and sometimes from puddles in the ground. Millions of kids and their moms walked hours and hours each day to get at this dirty water. But there was good news, you see. There were ways to help them. There were solutions that could help those 1 billion people get clean water. Solutions like digging and drilling wells, protecting mountain springs, and catching the rainwater. So full of faith, we just started. We didn't have any money. We didn't even have an office. We just started with a birthday party. I was turning 31, so I asked my friends to come to a party and give $20 instead of gifts for my birthday. 700 people came. We took all the money raised that night to a refugee camp in Uganda and funded 6 wells there. My birthday party in New York changed lives in Uganda. We kept going. More people joined me. We found a cheap office to work out of, and we fixed it up. We built an outdoor exhibition and put dirty water in tanks, showing people what it would look like if they had to drink from our rivers and our ponds. We built a website, and we sold things like $20 e-cards and $20 bottles of water. We created ad campaigns and got free space to show them. We made commercials that ran on TV and across the web. We took photos of the people we served in Africa and shared their stories in galleries and theaters across the country. Everything we did seemed to work. Kids raised money, churches raised money, schools raised money. Retailers gave up windows to spread awareness and sold clothes to raise money. We got help online from our friends at Facebook, YouTube, Google, and Twitter. Even newspapers, magazines, and television networks told our stories.
Clean drinking water and then taking it to the top.
But every September, we did something really special. When Charity Water turned 1 year old, I gave up my birthday again, but this time asked people to donate $32 for my 32nd birthday. And this time, we asked others to join me. September babies from around the world gave up their birthdays, and together we raised $150,000 to bring water to hospitals and schools in Kenya. And last year, even more people joined, and we got bigger results. The idea spread around the world, and the September birthday campaign raised almost $1 million for Ethiopia. Over 50,000 people there got clean water to drink. Now, we've gotten an awful lot done in 3 years. We've now raised more than $10 million, which means 721,000 people in 15 countries will get clean and safe water to drink. We have helped almost 1 million people. Almost. So this September, we want your help getting there. We'll ask you to give up your September birthdays again, but we'll keep going into October, November, April, and May. And not just your birthdays this time. You can give up gifts for your weddings and anniversaries. You can run marathons, climb mountains, jump out of planes, all to build wells and give people clean water. I invite you to fight alongside us. Help us help 1 million people, and then keep going. We will not stop until every single person on the planet has clean and safe water to drink. Here's how you can help.
There's another video that show you from Greenpeace, the international green movement that was going around. Quite radical, but I kind of like their marketing style. I was with them for a while, so I picked up a couple of their marketing tactics. I'm sure you've seen this very cute video.
walls, and so do all his friends. If you let your friends down, you let yourself down. And with 500 million friends, it's a long way down.
Okay, finally, some of the campaigns I did with the Greenies. Basically, this was done in Cancun last year. You could see the one with all the national monuments. Okay, so basically some of Avelife's project, very splash it quickly. We are also actually accepting interns if you like to work in our SE. Okay, and basically, thank you for your time.